What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Want to talk about a signing that we just had for a tight end. Plus, we got a guy coming in for a workout that I wanted the Chargers to sign in the offseason. Ortiz is staying busy. Love to see it, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. Bolt Bros, let's go.
Bolt Bros!
All right, guys, appreciate the love and support too. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel if you've not. Also love to be able to hear from you in the comments below about what we're talking about today. So once again, we have one signing today and another guy that's coming in for a workout. So let's just talk about the man who is making all this happen, Joe Hortiz, man. I'll tell you what, man. We are truly in a different era of Chargers football. We are not in that Telesco era anymore. How many times did we see with Telesco where it's 90-man roster? That's our guy. These are our guys. We're not looking to move anybody out. This is going to be our 90-man squad. All right, it cuts down to 53. Then you add your practice squad. It just was so annoying to where we saw no more signings after a certain point of the season. You go into camp with these guys, and these are your guys from beginning to the end of the season. You might get some guys off the street late in the season, but it never really was like trying to find more guys to add competition to this team and adding competitors. Once again, competitors welcome, right? Iron sharpens iron. Don't allow players to be complacent, think they just got a set job. I think it's a really, really good thing, and it's a great showing by our man Joe Hortiz of what he's doing. He's going out there getting more and more players, bringing more talent. You start seeing some of the chinks in the armor, essentially, if you want to say, and you say, hey, look, I got to go out there and go find some more guys. I could get a little bit more to the idea that we want to be as a team. We want to be a bully team, right? We want to be a physical team, right? You go out there and keep trying to find more guys that might be great fits for you. And he has gone through a lot of players of recent with signing. So it's very, very exciting, and it's great and encouraging to see Joe Hortiz doing all this. I'm excited about it, guys. So you should definitely say, hey, look, Ortiz is the man right now. I'm excited about him. So once again, let's talk a little bit about one of the players that we did officially sign here. And, the one thing I'm going to say about it is, do we really need a guy here in this position? So we brought in tight end Tucker Fisk. He was actually with the Falcons. He actually hasn't had a whole heck of a lot of experience in the NFL. He was a guy came in 2022. Actually, Stanford guy. So you think a little bit of, hey, maybe Jim Harbaugh was looking at him a little bit. Go back to the Stanford roots. Or maybe even to say, Greg Roman was looking at him too. Who knows? But there is a connection once again with the staff here. So once again, tight end, 6'4", 285. Big, big dude. So I was kind of thinking about, like, why do we need to bring in a tight end? You start hearing a little bit about Parham doing well. You got obviously your Hayden Hurst. You got, all these guys that we pretty much have at this point in the tight end, you kind of feel like they're pretty set right now. Will Dissly, all that kind of stuff. You kind of think, why do you bring him in? Well, I will say first off, right at the top of my head here, Hayden Hurst did take a nice shot last game too. So maybe they're also thinking trying to bring in a bigger body kind of guy that might be able to find a way onto this squad. There's a lot of things kind of moving around with that potential position. And once again, Hayden Hurst shouldn't be taking a shot like that to the hip. I mean, that was a hard hit, and that was a bad throw by Easton Stick. So maybe you're adding that to say, hey, look, let's get Fisk in. Let's see what he could do, see how he blocks, see how he could be a physical guy for us, and see how he could maybe even catch. Who knows? Stone Smart's been showing out pretty well too in camp too. So you kind of feel like it's a pretty good set position. But hey, you go out there and get a guy like this to bring more competition, right? A guy to get a shot to be able to work with his team, see if he's a system fit. I was also thinking a little bit about his size too, 6'4", 285. That's a big tight end. Most of these guys are around 260 that we got on our team, or at least a fair amount of them. He could be a guy that might even be a guy like a tight end fullback type situation. What if they're going to put, him more at the fullback side of things? Going to maybe say, hey, look, just move into that direction. We did let go Ben Mason from what I've been told. maybe we're going to use him in that sense. I don't know. I mean, right now, you don't really have a true fullback at this point. You got basically a lineman that we converted to a fullback and has been good for us, and I think has been good for us. But maybe we're just trying to say, look, we need to put our guy that could be maybe a rotational big body kind of guy, maybe a little bit faster than Jordan McFadden currently being a fullback for us and also an O lineman for us or guard. Let's put in Tucker Fisk and see if he could be that guy too. Bigger body guy too, a guy that potentially could block. I mean, 285, 6'4", that's an intimidating guy coming running at you as a fullback. So who knows? Maybe that's their idea. I do feel like the Chargers are doing a lot of things of trying to rotate players in and get maybe some new ideas or try to change a guy to a different position or whatnot. And they've done this before. And they did it back in the Niners with some of the guys back in the that were wide receivers converted to tight end. So there are guys out there that they have shifted players around. So being very, very sneaky and trying to get these guys that could maybe be big shifts in a position of need, maybe Tucker Fisk could be a guy where he's going to be shifting to a fullback side of things. Who knows? Or maybe there's something else really going on with Hayden Hurst. So who knows? But interesting. I'm interested to see how he goes for the preseason game for this weekend. So moving on. Chargers brought in this guy. Big Haas. I love it. Teair Tart. This is a guy that I looked at very heavily in the offseason, and I would love it if the Chargers would have signed this guy. Very big body, bully at the line. Bully. Great swim move. Has the ability to get after the quarterback. Does great against the run. Just a nice addition. You add him right in the middle with Morgan Fox. You got a Tito Obonia. You got the Soul Taker. I'm always going to call him the Soul Taker. Then you got basically Puna Ford. You even got Justin Aboigbe too. You would have a nice addition of a guy who's a vet guy that has been in the league for a bit. A guy that's a big body guy that could get in the backfield. I think last year he played in 11 games. He had 8 tackles for a loss. This guy will do great in run support type situation. Plus, we'll give you a little bit of a quarterback sack here and there and pressure. I've been saying for a very long time, we've been missing a middle guy, nose tackle kind of guy that could actually add some pressure to the middle of the D-line. We just really haven't had that for a long period of time. Now, Jamal Williams is always going to be a guy that the Chargers fans will always refer to, who was also a very, very good anchor for the middle of the D-line. You realize when you add a guy that might be a good anchor, a guy that could add just a little pressure to the inside of the D-line, plus you got, Bosa, Mack, Bud Dupree, Tooley, even to say Morgan Fox added to that. I mean, that could be just an absolute nasty D-line, guys. So Teair Tart will bring that to your team. Now, once again, the one thing you do not want to see from the Teair Tart is last year how he basically wanted to get, released from the Titans. He basically got let go. I think he just got really disappointed with the team and everything. I don't know if a lot of it had to do with coaching situations, kind of what's happening with the team. I mean, it was 6-11 team, not like they did great or anything. He just got let go, and they let go of him because they kind of also saw that he really wasn't giving as much effort. He was kind of being a little bit distant with the team in a sense, and he got let go, ended up getting picked up by the Texans, obviously went on the run with the Texans. Didn't play a ton with them or anything like that, but this guy has playmaking ability. Big body, bully kind of guy. Watch his swim move, guys, and how he can move. This guy is solid. And I'm really hope by the time this video gets posted that he did sign with this team. So I would be very, very excited to be able to have him on there. Now, once again, in 2022, he did have a PFF rating of 73.1, which is a very, very high rating for his position. This guy gets sacks, gets pressure, gets downfield, great on run support. Once again, his effort is his big thing. I did read up the reason why the Dolphins did release him just recently is because apparently they were saying it wasn't a system fit. Also on top of that, they were saying that he wasn't in peak physical condition. You know what? Once again, a big guy like that, you're not going to say he's going to be in the best of condition, but at the same side, he was still making plays for the Dolphins in camp and in preseason. So it's not like he's not doing his job. I think the thing is, though, is more the effort more than anything. And you best believe Jim Harbaugh will get the best out of their players and force a player like this to do his job. Or once again, my way or the highway, buddy. You're out, bud. So I think it would be a phenomenal pickup to be able to have Teair Tart added to this D-line. I feel like that just adds nastiness to this D-line, and I would love it if the Chargers ended up picking him up. And I hope by the time we post this, the Chargers do sign him. So I do want to show you one play here. This is a phenomenal play here by Teair Tart versus Garrett Bradbury. Now, this is an interesting one, man. Like, when you look at this play, to me, it encapsulates who he is as a player. But also at the same side, there's a little bit of an I don't know, ego involved in it a little bit in the way he looks. But so anyways, show this play real quick. This is in practice. Boom. See ya. Yeet. Just got yeeted. Booyah. Got him. So once again, he has the ability to just chuck a center like that. Throw him with one arm. See you later. Done. Wrap, sack, pressure to the quarterback. Break up a play pretty much. He has that ability to do something like that. And I mean, once again, just look at how this looks. And this is against a full line one-on-one. Bradbury, see you later. Good night. Game over. Yak. Out. See you later, bud. He has the ability to do that. And if you watch a lot of his highlights too, he does that pretty frequently. So Teair Tart would be a phenomenal addition to this team. And I really hope the Chargers do pick him up. Chargers have been going crazy with signings right now. And once again, big shout out to Joe Hortiz, not sitting on his fanny, basically doing nothing to add more talent to this team. This is a great, great showing of what this GM does for this team. Goes out there and gets more players all the time. And he's talked about that many times. Dude, it doesn't stop. Like, obviously, the offseason, he was Batman. You know, there is a little bit of transition to Robin later on as the season starts, but he's still going to be out there looking around for talent. And he's going to still go out there and try to find the waiver wire, even players getting cut after, you know, the preseason and such. He's going to be going out there and making deals to make this team better. So it's exciting to see what Joe Hortiz is doing. It's exciting to see what happens with Tucker Fisk and what they're going to utilize him. But please go after and get Teair Tart to this team. It would be a major, major addition. And once again, I hope they sign him before this video goes up. So once again, I want to hear from you guys. Please throw some comments below. Let us know what you think about these signings and potential signings too. Once again, like this video, subscribe to this channel if you're not. Once again, James from Bolt Bros. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast. Let's go.
Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night.